I have never understood it when somebody insults somebody by calling them a tool. I mean, how is that how's that offensive in any way? A tool is something that accomplishes something that gets things done. It's efficient. How is calling somebody a tool a bad thing at all? I mean, yeah, I'm my bosses would consider me a tool. I'm in charge of credit for our company, and it's my job to collect money. And yeah, I collect money, and I do it using mechanic liens and suits and putting people on hold or whatever I need to do, to get payment. So yeah, I'm a tool. It's something that I'm gonna take ownership of and not be embarrassed of it at all. And I utilize tools. I love tools. I use them for everything. But as a paraplegic, tools have a whole different meaning to them, in that they become far more necessary than they would be otherwise. You can get away with not using tools to accomplish certain things, but as a paraplegic, um, you need tools to accomplish things that you just simply couldn't do otherwise with it, or it'd be incredibly hard to do it. Um, like you have the common tools. You have the wheelchair. If we didn't have a wheelchair, we're not going anywhere. And they've got several kinds of wheelchairs. And I'm not going to talk about those a lot. You've got the ones that have head. I actually had a headrest on mine, because I was almost passing out for a while, so I had to be able to recline on my wheelchair. And then you have the mechanized ones, motorized ones. You have the ones that people that are not as screwed up on the upper part of their body like I am, where they have very good core strength, so they have a very minimal wheelchair. That they just simply need the wheels for. They don't need the up. They don't need anything to help them stay in the wheelchair. I have fallen out of my wheelchair before, and it's not fun to do. Then you need ramps. Some places have elevators. I don't have an elevator. That would be nice to have an elevator. I haven't seen my basement in half a decade now. Access vehicles. Uh, it would be nice to have a vehicle that I could just motor on up to on my, well, not motor, because I've got two wheelchairs. I do have a mechanized one, but to wheel up to a regular or to a vehicle and be able to get in without a lot of effort to do it. There's My township has one that I can use, but I have to. They've got the driver that comes with it, so it's not easy for me to do. Then there are, the reacher and grabbers that I've talked about in some of my videos. You have the Beezy board, where it's a board that you use to move from your wheelchair to either a seat on a vehicle, or onto your bed or onto your sofa or wherever you want to go with this. It's just a board you just slide across on it. There's no mechanism to it whatsoever. Then there are Hoyer lifts. I have two Hoyer lifts, one to help me with commodes. One of them I use for working out, and I still like to stand on occasion using the Hoyer lift to put weight on my legs and keep the bones somewhat stronger. Um, then so those are the common ones. Those are the ones that it's not going to be unusual to have. But then there are the ones that are more unexpected. Like one of my tools that I use a lot is called Amazon, and I can't imagine my life in a wheelchair without being able to just go into Amazon, buy something, and have it delivered to me, like in a day or two. It's just, if I had to go out to a store somehow, find a way to get to a store to do it, it just, I just can't. I mean, I would have to have a vehicle at that point, and it would be very time sensitive. It would take me hours to do something. On Amazon, I just get on and done in minutes, and then in a day later, I've got it. Um, and I get it. Some people don't like Bezos. They don't like the fact that, um, you know, it gets a little political, with what they do. But I need it. I need it in order to live my life. Um, then there's except, oh wait, I'm sorry. Except for decaf coffee, for some reason, the decaf coffee that I order on Amazon now, I have to go into some kind of weird grocery thing where I have to order $50 worth of stuff in order to have delivery for free, and I not using that, so I ordered some real cheap coffee from Aldi that does not taste as good as the one that I like to do it. But I'm just going to drink the lesser coffee so I can figure out a way to get my favorite coffee back in there. Another good tool that I use is Instacart. I can't go grocery shopping. I mean, I could grocery shop, but take a half day to do it. But I can order on Instacart, and everything comes to me with almost no effort on my part. The only effort that comes on my part is for both Amazon and Instacart. I have to open my front glass door, the outside door, and leave that open, and they have to be instructed to leave the things right inside, right in front of the door itself. And then when it's been delivered, then I use I did a video that showed a hook type tool that I use in order to, it's on another video, that they use for pulling material towards you in a pickup truck, in the bed of a pickup truck. So it wasn't made for paraplegics or quadriplegics, but it does help me pull the bags closer to me, and I can get them inside the house. So I can put the groceries away, I can put the Amazon away, and do that. So it's without Aldi and without, I'm not Aldi, without Aldi's what I usually go to for Instacart. But without Amazon and without Instacart, I don't know what my life would be like. I would need something more. I mean, it costs me more. Deliveries cost. I do tip. I tip a real good percentage. To the people that come in. But that's a lot more money that I have to spend. But it's time that I'm not spending, and it's effort that I'm not spending. So it's worth it, even though it is an expense. Other unexpected tools that I use. Here's one you would not expect. I'm not just a paraplegic where it's from the waist down. It affects my internal organs and my hands, and I messed up pretty bad. So one of the tools that I use is cranberry juice. And why would cranberry juice be a tool, you would ask? Well, because I have to do catheters, and with catheters, you have bladder issues, or you can have bladder issues, and cranberry juice, for some reason, helps prevent infection from that. So cranberry juice is another tool that I use. Another tool that I used, I did a video on a while ago, how I took a Tupperware container and used that to put on my lap to carry liquids and carry dinners and food and everything, and also bring my Amazon stuff in. So using this Tupperware container, is a great tool that I use. Another tool, my wife came up with one. It's a battery-powered vacuum cleaner, and it's a smaller one in terms of length, so I can move it around really easy. I don't have to worry about running over the electrical cord, and damaging it. So it's not quite as powerful as a normal vacuum cleaner, but it enables me to vacuum. So it's an excellent little tool to use. Other tools are Velcro. I can't. I mean, I've got a button right here on the shirt, but it's very hard for me to button with. My fingers don't work very well. Zippers and buttons, just my fingers just don't work very well. So Tupperware, having something where you can just pull it apart. Although my strength is not very good with my fingers, so sometimes Velcro can be a bit of a fight for me as well on things. Another thing comes in great handy to me are scissors and box cutters. When I get something delivered from Amazon, I don't try to pry it open with my fingers. I get a box cutter and just slit the sucker and move on from there. A lot of food type things like beef jerky or something comes in something where you're supposed to be able to like rip it apart and open it up, and I can't do it, so I have to take a pair of scissors and just simply cut it with that. So scissors come in handy, box cutters come in handy. Another thing, leg straps. I've seen videos of paraplegics who they don't need leg straps. They can lift their legs very easily because their legs are very thin and light. And mine aren't that way. Mine are as big as they were before this happened to me. And they're 32 inches of normal size, and you just can't lift them very easily. So I have leg straps that are on my legs that enable me to move my legs around, pretty easily and things. Another tool, my dog, he helps keep me in shape by his demands, to be let outside, to be let in, to be played with, to spend some time with. So that means I wheel around when maybe I wouldn't want to do it. So if I'm watching TV or something like that and he wants out, I got to go let him out. This is thing, and it's good for him. It's good for me. It's good for both of us. So, then when he comes in on rainy days with muddy feet, it's a lot of cleanup. I got to clean up his feet, and he's an awesome dog because he will like lift his front paw up in order for me to reach it. He's very cooperative. He hates it, but he'll cooperate every bit of the way. Such a good dog. So anyway, I may not be able to use saws and drills, and I may be a tool myself, but there are lots of tools that are out there still available for me as a paraplegic, and I'm sure there are more I haven't thought of doing for this video here, but that'll give you some idea. Oh, here's another one here. Okay, this thing right here, for example. Oops, here. Okay, I use that when I'm making my coffee because it's got a handle, and when the coffee is done, I can get it easily from the vacuum cleaner without worrying about burning my hands or anything like that. So that's a cheap tool that helps me have that coffee, that real cheap coffee now that I have to get because Amazon made it so I can't get the coffee that I want. So anyway, that's my problem, not your problem. Anyway, if you want to read more about me, I have a website. I write books, mostly humor, and my website is www.normcowie.com. That's COWIE. Feel free to check me out, see pictures of me with some other authors and maybe some people you wouldn't expect to see, like Weird Al Yankovic. So feel free to come check it out. Anyway, thank you very much. Have a good one. See ya. Bye.